Hello, and thank you for watching this video, which will review the undergraduate transfer credit policies and teach you how to perform your own transfer credit evaluation if you're considering pursuing our Bachelor of Liberal Arts and Extension Studies, otherwise known as the ALB. Harvard Extension School has a generous transfer credit policy, and we will accept up to half of the 128 credits required to earn the degree in transfer credit, as long as certain criteria are met. First, coursework must have been completed at an institution that was regionally accredited at the time you took the courses. Note that there are different types of institutional accreditation. The type of academic accreditation we accept, and that Harvard itself holds, is called regional. To check your school's accreditation, you can search for your school in the U.S. Department of Education's database at www.ed.gov/accreditation. Coursework from schools outside the U.S. must be evaluated for the Center for Educational Documentation, or CED, and mapped onto the U.S. accreditation system for transfer eligibility to be determined. These courses must be academic in content and in a subject that is or could be offered by Harvard. By contrast, some schools have classroom to career programs in fields such as paralegal, EMT, or vocational training. These programs typically offer a mix of academic or theory-based coursework, as well as more practical how-to professional training. We may accept the academic courses, but the professional training courses may not transfer. Also, you must have earned a grade of C or higher in these academically acceptable courses. Note that your grades will not transfer, only the credit will. Your GPA at Harvard Extension School is comprised only of the grades that you earned at Harvard. Your previous grades also are not factored into an admission decision here. Rather, students are admitted based on their demonstrated ability as a Harvard student. So, how do we apply transfer credit towards our degree requirements? It's quite simple. We are not looking for specific prerequisite or general education courses that will plug into specific course requirements at Harvard, because we actually only have one specific required course. Instead, we treat all transfer credit like electives, classified by subject area and distributed among 3 large groups as well as foreign language. Most transfer credit falls into one of the 3 large subject area groups, which constitute the foundation of Harvard's requirements framework: sciences, social sciences, and humanities. Think of these areas along a spectrum from the more quantifiable fields ranging to the more qualitative. Various subjects or fields fall into each of these buckets. So, for example, biology, chemistry, math, or computer science would fall into the broad category of sciences. Social sciences includes fields like history, economics, psychology, and government. Qualitative fields like literature, religion, philosophy, or the arts are examples of the humanities. This subject area distribution framework constitutes the core of our transfer credit system. All of your transfer credit can be thought of as electives that count towards the subject area distribution requirements. At Harvard Extension, you will declare a concentration in one of these 3 subject areas, and of the 40 credits required for it, you will need to earn a minimum of 32 credits towards it using Harvard courses. Transfer credit can be used towards the remaining 8 credits, and also towards the 8 credits required in each of the 2 other subject areas. Take a look at your transcripts and see if you can define coursework through our subject area distribution lens. Have you earned a minimum of 8 credits in each of the 3 subject areas? If so, you do not need to register in additional courses at Harvard in the subject areas that are not your declared concentration. To summarize, we classify transfer credit as sciences, social sciences, humanities, or foreign language. Note that all courses, especially language, composition, and math courses, must be college level or higher to be considered for transfer credit. So, for example, a reading strategies or college math prep will likely not transfer. However, English Comp 101, and college algebra will. Now that you know the basics to review your own transcript and estimate your transfer credit. But here's some advice before you begin. Be conservative. If you're not sure if or how a course might count, do not count it. We would not want you to overestimate your transfer credit. So for now, you should leave off courses that you think Harvard might not offer. This particularly applies to the how-to courses related to career preparation. You can access a transfer credit estimation tool on the undergraduate transfer credit page of the Extension School website, where you enter each course from your previous school. But note that this is not how transfer credit is officially added to your student record. All eligible transfer credit will be added to your record at the time of admission. Please contact us anytime for advice. In general, whatever your transfer credit situation, remember that knowing exactly what will or won't transfer actually has very little bearing on which courses you should choose in the beginning of your program. No matter the amount of your transfer credit, always use the degree course search. There are some degree requirements that cannot be met with transfer credit, and it is best for you to begin with the largest set of these, Harvard instructors. So, your first courses should be taught by Harvard instructors when possible, because students must complete 52 credits or 13 courses of these. Your first courses should also be in a subject you find interesting or in which you are naturally strong, so that you have a higher likelihood of achieving academic success. Also remember that Expo 25 should be among your first courses because it is required for admission. In fact, we strongly recommend building a solid foundation in academic writing as well as quantitative reasoning from the beginning, and have therefore set the tuition lower for certain courses in these subjects to encourage them as a starting point. When you're admitted to the degree program, you have instant 24/7 access to an accounting of your transfer credit, Harvard credits, and the requirements you've met and which are outstanding, which will be updated at the end of each term. Thank you for watching this undergraduate transfer credit tutorial. For more information, please watch the other videos in the series related to the undergraduate degree program and visit our website for the most up-to-date information.